quite sure. I feel pain, and then my body was like pushing on its own because it was feeling the contractions, it was pushing on its own. And they were telling me like, don't push, because at that point it was transitioning between the doctors who were coming, and they were gonna have a man doctor coming there, and I was like, I don't want a man doctor, I want a woman. And so they were like, well, the lady doctor, she's on call, that's Dr. Diaz, she's on call, but she's 30 minutes away, so you're gonna have to wait. So because of me pushing and everything that was going on, I guess and I guess my body started kind of going into distress a little bit, so they were giving me the oxygen because her heart rate was starting to go down because I was like needing to push so bad. Oh, wait a minute, let's rewind because I forgot the best part, how on my first push I threw up on myself.
Oh yeah. Jesus.
Oh my God. And apparently that's something that's normal and can happen because of the epidural and the stuff that's going on. But I was like, I did that first push and I was like, I think I gotta throw up. I think I gotta throw up. And it was like, are you sure? I was like, So they're trying to get me the little bag thing. I'm trying to throw up in that bag thing. I'm throwing up in the bag on myself. They give me another bag. I'm throwing in the bag on myself, in my hair. They done took the gown off of me. Didn't give me no another gown. I'm so glad I decided to keep a bra on because I had no other gown.
Oh my God.
Honey, I was like, okay. At that point, you so ready for that baby child. You don't care.
Like delivery. You know what I mean?
And everybody's delivery is different, and you don't care. And my mom was like, you're gonna get to a point where you don't even care. And I did not, honey. Okay, so fast forward. Okay, they're over here like the doctors are trying to switch in, and then I'm needing to push. So I'm over here pushing on my own. The nurse was like not even near me. I just had my legs up pushing because I could not stop. My body was just pushing. So I'm just like pushing on my own. Nobody's there. I'm pushing, trying.
Seriously?
Yes. The nurses was like trying to wait for the doctor to get there, and so my nurse was like,
but it's
you
like
gotta
your
stop
body
pushing.
Is doing its thing.
Yes, you can't stop
help
it. And so the nurse was like, you can't push, you gotta stop. She was like, when you feel the urge to push, try to make this noise and just be like, I'm over here.
Does that
like
actually work?
No, it was not working. I was like, contractions coming. I'm trying not to push. I'm making this crazy noise. I said, look, this ain't working. I said, get the man doctor. I don't care who y'all bring here. I need to push now.
Oh my
she was
God.
like, okay.
What?
Yeah.
What was that noise supposed to do?
It was supposed to like take me from take my mind from trying to really push.
But
to
your body is still naturally doing its thing. So I mean,
honey, this when my girl Nikki came in there with her locks. They were wrapped up though, of course, but she came up in there, and that was my midwife from the night before. I was so glad because all of my nurses that I had that night and the midwife I had the night before were there that day that I was delivering. And so she came up in there and she was like, you know, they might telling me like what the doctors were probably gonna have to do. She was like, they might have to use the forceps and the vacuum to try to help you get out, because at this point I've been pushing for like 2 hours at this point. And I was like, but they were trying to make me stop because they were still waiting for the other doctor to get there just in case I had to have a C-section, because like I said, her heart rate was going down or whatever. And so the lady was like, I said, y'all not using no forceps and no vacuum. They were like, what do you have against that? I said, cerebral palsy, you know?
Oh, that's okay.
Cerebral palsy. Because sometimes when they do that type of stuff, it can mess with the baby's spine and neck and all types of stuff, and then they have disabilities. That's cerebral palsy, if you look it up, and that's not a birth defect, like they were born like that. It happens from distress when having a baby, like something injury happened, and usually by the doctor. So yeah, anyway, so I was like, no. I was like, no, I much would have rather got a C-section, so I know that y'all got my baby out safely, than to have had any of that going on. So so she said, you know what? And then I was like, I have to push. So I still pushed it. She was like, you know what? You're gonna have this baby. You're not having no C-section. You're not having none of that. Let's have this baby. So she propped my legs up, girl. They like, push. They like, you can do it. You can do it.
Did the doctor come?
The doctor wasn't there yet.
Oh.
They was just like, let's do it, because she can't wait. We can't wait. Yeah. So So during that, while we were doing that, the doctor finally came. So when the doctor came, she comes. They still telling me to push. They're encouraging me, like, you can do it. You got this, blah, blah, blah. Oh, my gosh. When I'm pushing, honey, Dr. Diaz was taking her fingers and going like this. Sweet Jesus. When I say that mess hurt so bad. This is why I didn't know I did not have no epidural, because I could feel all of that. All of it. Do you hear me? That was burning when she was doing that. Then the midwife Nikki was like, okay, you about to feel the ring of fire.
Oh my God.
If you ever look up YouTube videos about natural birth, they talk about that feeling of a ring of fire when the baby's head is about to come through. It literally is burning. Do you hear me? Literally burns.
Girl, I would have been traumatized.
She was like, you about to have a ring of fire. You can do it. You can do it. I'm like, can y'all see her head? I keep asking, can y'all see her head? Is it there yet? Am I crowning? Like, am I getting anywhere? Because even though I was pushing and they were telling me I was doing a really good job, I did not feel like I was getting anywhere. Like, I felt like, am my pushes getting her out or not? Honey, I pushed. That ring of fire happened. I did one more push after that. She popped out. I was like,
what did that
ring
of
my
fire
God.
feel like?
It just burns. Like, it literally feels like burning.
And you still pushed.
Girl, yes, I had to. Ain't want nothing I could do.
I know. Oh my God.
So she probably popped out. I was like, oh my God, thank you, Jesus. Oh, if you don't know, you have to deliver your placenta, okay? If you don't know that, you do. So I had to keep pushing, and they were pressing on me to get the placenta out. And so I was still hurting because, I didn't have, the epidural was way gone by this point. Yes, way gone. So they pushing, I'm pushing, they get it out or whatever. I'm thinking she's still trying to get the placenta out, honey. All I feel is a daggone needle. I said, what is that? I was like, I popped up. I was like, what is that?
No warning.
No warning. No nothing. Didn't use nothing to numb me. Nothing. I guess because she thought like I had an epidural, so she thinking like I'm fine. No, ma'am. It wasn't out there. It was gone. At the same time,
she should have known that your epidural had worn off when she said you're about to feel the ring of fire.
Like that, but that was the midwife and not the doctor. So the midwife was knowing that I was feeling everything, like, you know, and because I kept telling her, I said, this epidural is not working. I told them, I said, this epidural is not working. And they was like, oh my goodness. Like,
after that needle, I would have been out.
Girl, after that needle, I was shaking.
That would have been the icing on the cake.
Do you hear me?
I can't take no more pain.
Here's the best part. While that happens, another nurse comes and sticks a needle, gives me a shot in my leg. I still to this day don't know what that shot was for. After she put that shot in me, I said, it's a lot going on. I said, it's a lot going on.
There was a lot.
I was like,
I'm still trying to recoup from the ring of fire.
I was just like, it's a whole lot going on. Oh my gosh. I was like, sweet Jesus. Literally,
you hear me?
Literally. So when the baby came out, my mama went over to her, which I'm glad, because she was making sure that she was good. Girl, her head was a cone head baby. Do you hear me? My mama said, y'all gonna fix this. Please. My mama was trying to make sure my baby head was gonna be like that. So they was like fixing her up and stuff. Then they tried to give me the baby while they still was working on me. I'm trying to hold her, but I'm literally shaking. Like, my body could not stop shaking. It was in shock at this point. And they were like, are you cold? Because my teeth was chattering. I'm shaking. I was like, I'm not cold. I just can't stop shaking. It was like, this is normal or whatever, that happens or whatever. So my mama got my baby because I'm like shaking. And so then I finally held her or whatever. But
they finally told you the reason for your epidural not working though.
Yeah, the one of the nurses, when she took it out, like took the whatever thing out my back, she was like, no wonder it wasn't working, because I guess, like, I don't know, it must have wasn't put in right or something like that. But she was like, yeah, this is why I wasn't working. But I'm just like, honey,
Girl, that would have been enough for me to have no more.
And look, but my thing is even though that experience was really wild and crazy, I still was like really thankful for all like the nurses and the people because they really did an excellent job.
They held her down.
They really did through all of that. Like I was so glad. And I had my baby at Henrico Doctors on Forest, so they are really good. Especially when I got to the room, they take such good care of you. Like even though all of that stuff happened or whatever, it's like everything that they did and the support that they gave outweighed that whole thing. Everybody's pregnancy is different. Don't get scared about mine because yours may not be like that. And it didn't scare me enough to not want to have another baby. Like in a couple years I probably will, but you know what I'm saying. But everybody's different, but they were excellent. Everybody from the people who came in there to bring me food to the nurses, everybody was so caring and patient. Everybody was so helpful. They letting you know what's going on. It was amazing. Like it was amazing. So don't think just that situation was just a little crazy, but with the middle name Queen, you have to make a grand entrance, okay? You gotta make a grand entrance. So she surely did, but yes, she was. So, honey, we're gonna put the videos and all that other stuff. I hope y'all enjoyed that story time. Hopefully it'll let us put it all up.
When she first told me.
Honey, it was something else, but I'm so glad she's here. I'm healthy, she's healthy, and we're doing great. So yes, thank y'all for listening to me. I hope y'all enjoyed and got some laughs out of that. Okay, let us know in the comments about your birthing experiences or whatever, what you may have used to try to induce labor. Maybe it'll work for me next time, I don't know, but I'm not gonna say I wouldn't try again, because I probably will try again if it gets to that point, because once you get to the end, you just want out. You don't care what, just get the baby out.
You don't care what you gotta do
at all.
Just out. Get it out.
Yes, but thank you.
Hope you like this video.
Yes, like, share, subscribe.
Yes,
tune in.
Let us know what you think.
Yes,
thank you for supporting us. Yes. Constantly coming back and watching our videos. We appreciate you guys, like always. And until next time.
Yes, until next time. We'll see y'all later. Thank you. Bye.